Hey Dan, I'm bombing down the road, on my way to La Crosse. Here's a lovely view. It's actually an awesome day today. It is 2 degrees Celsius. I don't know how to say that. I don't know how to say degrees in Espanol, but I'll work on that. I'm actually really enjoying it. Enjoying class. It's interesting. So let me talk about my classmates first. I think there's like 15. You've used Zoom, I'm assuming. So fortunately, we have a professor who is really adept at the technology. It's awesome. So anyway, during class, we'll have little breakout sessions. And so we'll break out into groups of 2 or 3 or 4. And I've gotten to know just a little bit a couple of the other students. One in particular, his name is Tu Kiem Ho. He's from Saigon. His English is awesome, though. I thought for sure. I actually asked him during the breakout session, at what point did his parents or perhaps grandparents immigrate to the U.S.? He's like, no, I'm actually an international student from Saigon. And it's like, I said, dude, your English is so good. He has a command of the vernacular and blah, blah, blah. So anyway, I actually emailed him outside of class. We're going to get together and chat because I don't know, I'm really into international students. So, and then there's another one. Her name is Serena Jabbar. She's from Jordan. Also, her English is very good. But what's interesting is that there's a classmate I was in a breakout session with. She is currently in Colorado Springs. Another classmate is in 2 of them in Rochester, one's in Minneapolis. So, clearly not everybody is on site, which, again, the problem with that is if this technology works and there's no reason to be in person, then every university is going to turn into Phoenix University. You know what I mean? So I think it's real dangerous with that. Anyway, what's interesting, though, is, first of all, it's a 9 o'clock class. I don't think 9 o'clock is early, but clearly many of my classmates do because they're just rolling out of bed. One gal in particular, holy smokes, she's never awake. There's a handful that just aren't interactive. So I'm constantly having to drive the conversation and keep the conversation going, which is fine. Although today I was in a breakout room with a woman named Lydia Bell, redheaded. Maybe that's why, but she was on it. And she took charge, and it was cool. So let's see, those are my classmates. The technology, let's talk about Zoom for a bit. Oh man, sucks rocks. Half the fun of being in class, for starters, is just being with other people and having that synergy. But there is no synergy on Zoom, and you have all of these distractions. Colleen walking up, wanting to talk to me, not realizing I'm in class. The dog whining to go out. Fortunately, I have, a really nice Bose headphones with noise canceling, so I just put the noise canceling on. I can't hear the dog. Of course, I could just take my hearing aids out. Yeah, it's interesting because I leave my hearing aids in with the headphones on, and I do every now and then get a little bit of feedback, but that's fine. But anyway, so Zoom is really tough. One of the most difficult things is there are several different media types running at any one time. For example, today you're in Zoom, then you go to the breakout session, you got to remember to unmute your mic. You have to think about what your view settings are so that everybody can see you. You also have to so we did an exercise today in which our teacher, her name is Kova, said, okay, what you're going to do is you're going to have to go to this. You're going to have to open up another tab on your browser, and you're going to have to go to this website. She popped up the website, and then here's the passcode, and then that's the quiz, and then you're going to be in Teams, and and all of this stuff is flying by, and she's speaking in a thick Spanish accent. She's from España, so a thick Spanish accent, and and so if you're not paying really close attention, it's easy to miss. So fortunately, today I felt like it was the first day I was really on top of things. That first day in class, I couldn't see the PowerPoint that she was showing. I had all these technological issues. And I want to attribute it to the fact that I've never done it, or I'm 50, or all that. But really, Beth said, actually part of your issue is that you don't have a university issued laptop with all the software loaded, working seamlessly together. But what I found is, having the laptop running with Zoom, that also I have to, and it's not just regular Zoom, this is Zoom through the Min State, the Min SKU system. And then I have my desktop running with, you've got daily materials that you have to have up and access, be looking at. Well, I didn't know that. That's on a separate part of the university's website that you have to log in with your student ID, and you have to have the, so not knowing all these things, because this is obviously my first class with this current technology. I just feel like I've been just a step behind. Plus, I started class 2 days late. But I've been enjoying it. I don't enjoy the technology aspect. I think it's way easier to learn Espanol or any language when you're actually in a class setting with other people. But still, that's only 1 hour a day, whether I'm in person or on Zoom. Doesn't make that much difference. It still comes down to me having to learn the language. So it's like old times, man. I've got a big stack of flashcards here. This is just yesterday's vocabulario. We're learning the forms of the verbs to be, estar, y ser. So the difference between soy y estoy. And we're learning all the numerals. I found a great way to practice my numbers, and that is every license plate I go by, I say the number on the license plate in Espanol. So that I'm finding is really helpful. It's energizing to be learning something new. 13. And then all of the homework, it's back to the technology, all the homework is online. So you're having and so instead of having a book, you actually have all this online stuff, and it's, you have access to it. You can go back and look at the previous materials, but it's just not the same as having a book. I think I'm actually going to go out and buy a 100 level Spanish book just to have it, and I can work through it separately. But there's little things like, one thing I love about my professor's use of the technology is when I usually open the Zoom session, 5 or 6 minutes before class starts. And so what she has music videos with lyrics playing down below in Spanish, and I think that's pretty cool. So the other thing I've been doing is trying to watch movies in Spanish. There's a movie out of Argentina called Perdida, which means lost. And I know what's going on, but I'm not really following. I'm so busy trying to pick apart the sentences that I don't actually understand. I understand every third word, but it's all fine when you're learning. You're learning and you think, oh, okay, I understand all this, but really what we're learning is everything in the present tense. Once you get into the past perfect and the past tense, and it gets really difficult, really convoluted, really fast. Just saying numbers, just even something as simple as a number. You listen to a Spanish speaker say the number 4,332, which is, 4,332. Well, they say it like 4 times as fast as I just said it, and they run it all together. 4,432. Blah, 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 blah. So anyway, but I'm enjoying it. I feel like I'm learning a lot, and so hopefully come January, I'm gonna throw it down, man. So yeah. Anyway, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.